Hi, welcome to King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2018 E350 plug-in hybrid. Absolutely beautiful machine. They do everything well. So elastic in how they perform and everything. Anyway, I'm going to take you for a spin it now, show you buttons and functions and features and all that kind of stuff, and just what's lovely about it, what makes it a better car than a Toyota Yaris. Other than that, there'll be a link in the video's description should you find it on YouTube or something that you can click. It will take you directly back to the ad with all the specific details you want and that kind of how to contact us for via email and that kind of stuff. Other than that, while you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. And finally, I'm just going to put the price here as to what you can finance this car through us, should you choose to. So here we are out driving the E350. And again, it's the same as all the other ones. You're always struck by the two things. They're so quiet. We have a really small amount of road noise coming in, but very, very slight. Just a tiny bit of intrusion into the cabin. It's more from the wheels and stuff. But the second thing you're always struck by with these is the ride quality. It's obscenely good. Like, it's so smooth. I'm driving down Whitehall Road here, and if you know it, it's like a patchwork quilt it's a really old road of repairs and stuff. It's quite bumpy. Most stuff would be shaking your brains out. But as I cruise along here now, it's just lovely and smooth. And that brings me on to another thing. The reason it's lovely and smooth is we have drive modes in this car. So I can set the car in Eco. I can go from there to Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Depending on which mode I have the car in, the air suspension on this car is active. So if I have it in Comfort mode, it sits up nice and high and it just irons out all the bumps. At the press of a button, the car hunkers down by about an inch, everything stiffens up, the throttle responses change, and suddenly what was a super economical limousine becomes a 300 horsepower absolute hooligan. It's fantastic stuff. The duality of this plug-in hybrid stuff is incredible. Like, there's no other word for it. It's so good. That sort of thing just wasn't something you could have years ago. You either had a really economical car or you had a high performance car, and both of them didn't like doing a certain thing. A really high performance car was always kind of chomping at the bit, and it was too stiff and it wasn't nice in normal sort of scenarios. And a really economical car was a super tinny, super light little thing, or it was a diesel, an early diesel, which was just a horrible, hateful thing, or the more modern ones that don't like town. So they were compromised in all their own ways. This plug-in hybrid stuff isn't compromised. And it's just incredible stuff. Then onto how the systems work. They're really, really simple. It's engine, motor, gearbox. There's nothing exciting here. The only thing that kept this tech away from the market for so long was the battery technology. And as the battery technology got good, it made it viable. You could do it. The idea is so simple. It's existed for 50, 60 years in trains. So it's not a big, it's not some super complex thing to be afraid of. It's a really usable, lovely thing. So then onto the car itself, as we sit in it, it is just beautiful. It's such a really serene experience driving a really nice car. I'm a great lover of cars. I'm a real enthusiast. And partially because of that feeling you get. And as I cruise along here, the world is out there. Someone else's problem. I'm just lording it along here in a beautiful car. The ambience is lovely. Everything is nice about it. I really do love it. The layout of it is stunning. It's just utterly gorgeous. The massive screen here, like it. These things are stunning. Like, the only thing, I always say the same with this, particularly with the E-Class. We've had quite a few of these E-Class through. The way the dash swoops around and everything kind of fits, and it feels really flowing, very ergonomic, I believe is the word. The only thing that feels like it's out of place in this whole dash sort of cab layout is the steering wheel. The steering wheel feels like it's, I say it all the time, but the steering wheel feels like something clockwork attached to your computer or something. It's just wrong. Like, everything else is just this lovely, flowing, beautiful thing. Like, and it's gorgeous. It's utterly gorgeous. That's kind of it. I'll kind of stop talking about the car there. It has all the spec you're going to expect, like in terms of sat nav. Actually, sorry, this one has a huge reversing camera on it, and the quality of the footage from the reversing camera is incredible. I think it records in 720 or 1080p, which is really, really high quality, high def stuff. It's got phone connectivity and all that kind of stuff, and there's Apple Play and all the, all the bits you expect. But other than that, just to give you a background on us, we were one of the very first ever dealers, second-hand dealers, to be an SIMI dealer, and now we're an AA approved dealer. The AA approval allows us to offer up to 2 years of AA approved warranty on all of these cars, which is the cream of the crop when it comes to outsourced warranties in Ireland. There are others that are a bit wishy-washy, but the AA is where it's at. The other thing the AA thing does for us, I believe, is it speaks volumes about the type of business we run, the type of people we are. And you won't find just any dealer being allowed to be an AA representative. So it kind of, I think it's a good feather in our cap in that sense. And then we've a mountain of Google reviews. Like I think we've 50 plus 5-star Google reviews. So we really do try our best, and we hope to improve that as time goes by. So with all that in mind, I'm going to say goodbye. I just want to say thanks for watching the video. We appreciate you taking the time to do it, and hopefully it showed you the type of people we are and what the car is and some of the just lovelinesses of it. Answered a few questions you might have had. So again, with all that in mind, I'm going to say goodbye, and hopefully we will see you soon.